Welcome, Bob, to Detroit. Thank you so much for joining us here on DetroitLions.com, and I hope you're enjoying your first day here in Detroit.
I'm glad to be here. It's an exciting time, and I'm excited to get going.
Of course. Now, you accepted this job here in Detroit, obviously, after going through an interview process with the Ford family, Rod Wood, Ernie Accorsi. What was it about this job that attracted you to accepting it?
The ownership, the tremendous support I feel like I'm going to get, and the resources available to me to really, redo the football operation and really get this thing going and headed in the right direction.
Obviously, the first order of business here is deciding what's going to happen with this coaching staff. You said in your introductory press conference that you hadn't made a decision on that yet. But what goes into making that decision? How will you decide?
Yeah, that's me getting to know Coach Caldwell, since I don't know him personally other than a brief introduction this morning. So, I want to spend some time with him, see if our philosophies can mesh, see if we can put the product on the field that will allow us to win as many games as possible.
You said that you wanted to get to know people in the building before you started making all those kinds of decisions. How much will you factor in what the players think on the coaching staff and what they want moving forward into your decision?
Yeah, I haven't spoken directly with any of the players yet. I've obviously heard some of the stuff that has been said. So that's part of the evaluation process. If the players, reach out to me, I'm more than willing to listen to their input. But, this is a decision that at the end of the day is going to be made in the best interests of the Detroit Lions.
You mentioned your philosophy, and that has to line up with Coach Caldwell's philosophy. What do Lions fans need to know about your philosophy in running a football franchise?
It's about consistency. It's about hard work. It's about dependability. And I said it before, it's a day-by-day, a week-by-week process. Like, we can't change everything in one meeting or one press conference or one draft even, It's a consistent building of the football operation, scouting, coaching, training, strength and conditioning. It all factors in. And at the end of the day, all those components need to be strong to put a winning team on the field.
Take me back to the beginning of this process of getting involved with the Lions. When did they first reach out to you, and when did this start becoming a reality that you were coming to Detroit?
It started after our last regular season game that following Monday. That's when the whole process started, and it happened fast.
Rod Wood and Martha Ford both talked about how you brought in a portfolio to them to show them that included everything from who travels with the team to who's going to be on that roster. What went into making that portfolio you presented to them? Why was it important to you to do that?
16 years at a tremendous organization led by, Robert Kraft and his family and Coach Belichick, just learning everything that we did there. And to me, it meshes with my philosophy. Like, it's about the people. It's about the people in the building. It's about holding people accountable for what their job is, because everybody has an important job in this building. It doesn't matter what you do. Everyone needs to do a great job and have great direction, and I'm hopefully providing that direction to get us on the winning ways.
Obviously, they were impressed with you and your preparation in that interview, but what impressed you about Martha Ford in those interviews?
It felt like after the first hour that I had known her for 30 years, she's such a smart lady, competitive, and really, like, what stood out to me was she wants to win in the worst way. So that me and her aligned on that very quickly.
Obviously, this is your first day here. Things are new still, but what insight can you give us into where you'll start with moving forward with your plans for this organization?
Yeah, I think it's my first order of business is getting to know the people in the building, starting with Coach Caldwell. I want to do that sooner rather than later, but I want to meet everybody. I want to meet, the people that work in the dining hall, the people that take care of the fields, okay, the trainers, the strength and conditioning coaches, the equipment managers, okay? Everybody has a very important role, and for this organization to win, we need to have everyone doing that to the best of their abilities. It's not just the scouting staff. It's not just the head coach. It's not just the assistant coaches. It's the hundreds of people that work in this organization.
How do you plan on moving forward with getting all of those people on the same page and getting in that direction that you hope to take this organization?
Yeah, that's going to take some time. It's not going to happen in a snap of a finger. It's going to be a process that, we're going to set forth some guidelines of how we're going to do things in each department. And I'm going to rely on the leaders of those departments to take my message and to spread it and to make sure everyone's on the same page.
What can you take from your time in New England to implementing into this organization to make it the winning organization you want it to be?
Hard work, competitiveness, toughness. It's not an easy place to work in New England because Coach Belichick demands a lot. from everybody, all the people I just spoke about. So I think it's kind of instilling some of those values in people and wanting them to really care about their job and know that each and every job is important.
When you look at this team and the product that you want to put on the field, what is your vision for the type of team you want the Detroit Lions to be?
Yeah, I want them to be a big, strong, tough, competitive team that's disciplined, they're energetic, and they have great work ethic.
Thank you so much, Bob, for joining us. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing what happens in the Detroit Lions in the coming days.
Thanks for having me.